Welcome back to my channel. This is the viral onion pizza. I haven't done a Tuesday trend review in quite a while, but this one I absolutely love and want to try. I've made this and I've put it on my social media and on YouTube Shorts of me trying this in the air fryer, and it was a smash, but I want to try the OG oven version to see how it compares to the air fryer version. So if you haven't seen my air fryer version, make sure to check it out in my YouTube Shorts or on my social media. But let's go ahead and jump in to the viral oven version. Now, this onion pizza is a really great keto, low carb alternative if you can't obviously have regular pizza if you're on a keto or low carb diet, and it holds up really well with the onions. So jumping right in, let's prep our vegetables. The first thing we're going to prep is obviously the main ingredient, the star of the show, which is our onions. Now, a lot of people are cutting it into like the regular slices. It really doesn't matter. As long as you have the coverage of the onions, that's what matters the most. And I actually like to slice them, not like as full circles and placing them, you know, how everybody does it online. I like to do it a little bit differently so that I make sure that my onions are covered everywhere. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a sweet onion, which is a Vidalia onion or like a Spanish onion. That's what I think is the best for this recipe. You could also use a regular yellow onion or a white onion, but I like the sweetness of the Vidalia onions. This one is relatively large, so I'm only going to be using half of it. I'm going to slice off the ends, and we're just going to peel this outer layer off. We're going to be using one of these mandolins to slice our onions. Now, if you have a regular mandolin that's just standalone, or you have a grater that has the mandolin attachment on it, you can use that. But I'm gonna be using this one that is on my chopper. It comes with this attachment to do the slices. And you guys already know, I've linked it down in my Amazon links in the description below if you want to purchase this exact one. So I'm going to make my onion a little bit smaller. I'm going to cut it into quarters just because it fits better on the actual chopper itself to make the slices. This way we make sure that we have really thin onion slices. I'm going to take one of my pieces of onion, and we're just going to carefully slice the onion. This is really sharp, so please be careful if you've never used this before. Be really, really careful with your fingers. If you don't feel comfortable doing it and you just want to thinly slice the onions with a knife, you can do that as well if you're scared of using this. It does take some time to learn how to properly use it. What I love about this particular one, and I'm not sponsored by this company, by the way, I just really like this chopper, is it has this attachment so that I can be careful and not hurt my own fingers. I just take it when it becomes much smaller and I pierce it onto this device. And then what it allows me to do is to continue thinly slicing until the very end so that I'm careful. So that's all that it can go down, and then I will just chop this with my knife after I'm done. My onions are sliced, so I'm just going to set them aside, and we're gonna prep our other ingredients for this pizza. So I'm gonna take a tomato, and again, for this viral recipe, you can use whatever toppings you want, but I'm gonna show you my favorite toppings for this. I'm gonna take a tomato, and sometimes people put sauce on this. I am not gonna be doing sauce, I'm just gonna be using a fresh tomato. I'm going to thinly slice it with my knife. And also if you guys are interested in purchasing this knife, And also if you guys are interested in purchasing this knife, I've linked it down in my Amazon links in the description below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video. That's enough tomato. I am also going to cut some fresh basil. This is from my garden. I'm just going to chop it like this. And I'm also going to chop some fresh oregano. This is also from my garden. I'm just gonna take the leaves off. Of course, if you don't have fresh oregano or you don't have access to that, dried oregano will work as well. But there's just something that hits different about fresh oregano. So if you have a chance to get that, make sure to do that for this pizza. I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. The final topping I like to add is pepperoni, and I like to slice my own pepperoni. That way I make sure that there's no like preservatives in it. And I really like just something that's mildly spicy. So let's go ahead and slice this really thinly. Just slice them as thin as you can make it. Obviously, if you don't want to do this, you just want to buy the pre-sliced, do that as well, whatever's easier for you. It's time to assemble our pizza. I am preheating my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our shredded cheese. I have some freshly grated cheese. I like to blend low moisture mozzarella with Monterey Jack. I've done this in other videos. That's just my favorite blend. So that's what I recommend for this. It melts the best in the oven. I'm gonna do a thin layer of the cheese. Make sure your cheese is spread out in one thin layer. You're then going to take your sliced onions and you're going to place them on top of the cheese. We're now gonna take another thin layer of cheese and just sprinkle it on top of our onions to seal them in. Now you're gonna take your tomato slices and put them on top of the pizza. Again, this is replacing tomato sauce. I'm gonna take my fresh basil and oregano, sprinkle it on top. And lastly, put on my pepperonis. For our final step, we're gonna put on our seasonings. I'm gonna be putting on some salt, just a little bit. Some hot paprika. Garlic powder. Black pepper. And some Italian seasoning that has red pepper flakes. Once your oven is preheated, you're gonna throw this in at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Our pizza is done. I've let it cool for a couple minutes, so obviously I don't burn my face because it is boiling when it comes out of the oven. You can take a pizza cutter or a knife to cut this up. So let's take our pizza cutter, let's go straight across, and then we're gonna cut our slices. Oh my God, did you hear that crisp? I know you heard that crisp. Oh my God, I cannot wait. And here is a slice of our delicious onion pizza. It's really holding together super, super well. And let's dig in. Cheers. Wow. So, so good. Like I said, I've tried this before in the air fryer and it works super well as well. But if I wanted to make a larger pizza, this would definitely be a great way to do it in the oven. I give this a 10 out of 10. I would absolutely do this again, and I have done this before. It is really that delicious. And if you slice it the way that I slice the onions, rather than doing the circles, then you have just endless pieces, and they will stick together because all the slices are overlapping. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment on what you think of this viral recipe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.